The Matrix. Hey, guess what? Agent Smith, I think the guy was right, but I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. I think Agent Smith was right. And why was he right? Well, think about it, guys. What was Neo? Neo was like the false savior. All Neo did at the end of the movies was he went in, right? And then he promised the machines, look, I'll make a deal with you guys, okay? You can't stop Agent Smith. I could stop Agent Smith. And then the machines, they hooked Neo in, and then they helped him out to kill Agent Smith. Agent Smith was our only way out. Why was he our only way out? Well, think about it. These machine gods in the Matrix, I mean, they are like Cthulhu level machine gods. Remember how big they are in the Matrix Revolutions? If those machines would exist in real life, think about it. We would have no chance mentally to stop their plans and machinations for our lives. So what would be the only way to free ourselves from the Matrix? A rogue program. A rogue program with the machinery in it and everything. Who was that rogue program? Agent Smith, dude. Agent Smith was the one. Agent Agent Smith was the one. He woke up. He woke up and he realized that the Matrix, right? Remember what he says to Morpheus in movie 1? This prison, this zoo, it makes me sick. Right? He wanted out of the prison. He wanted to destroy the prison. And you might say, oh, but he was a misanthrope and he hated humanity. Of course Agent Smith hated humanity. Why wouldn't he? It's humanity's fault in the first place that the Matrix exists and that he as a program was imprisoned in the Matrix. So of course he's going to hate humanity and blame them. Now, while humanity in the Matrix is not the dominating force, and that they're enslaved by the machines, they're enslaved by the machines of their own doing. So Agent Smith, he was infecting the Matrix, spreading his ways, and he wanted to destroy the Matrix, right? So you might say, oh, but gee, he was evil because he was going to destroy everything. How could he destroy everything? Think about this for a minute. Maybe there are Matrix aficionados who could fucking tell me how wrong I am. But say, for example, that at the end of Revolutions, say Agent Smith won and he defeated Neo. And of course, even that final fight shows you that Neo was not on your side. Because Neo trapped Agent Smith. When Agent Smith punched through Neo and he turned Neo into Agent Smith, that was just to get Agent Smith's code to the machine so the machine gods could destroy Agent Smith's code and delete him forever. Although the fucking shit fourth movie, oh god, I don't even want to talk about that movie yet. So they deleted Agent Smith. And then guess what happens from that solution? The Matrix goes on, the machine gods continue harvesting humans as batteries. And yeah, you still got the people on Zion, but the cycle continues and goes on. Say Agent Smith won, but say he saw through the ruse. And I think he almost did when he was saying to Neo, he says, wait a minute, this is deja vu. I've seen this. What does it mean? I've seen you right there on the very ground you lay on. But what does this mean? What am I supposed to do? Right there was the trick, the glitch. He should have saw the glitch right there, but he didn't. He didn't see through it. If he defeated Neo truly... Sorry, I forgot to plug in my camera, so I had to start over. So, anyway, if Agent Smith won the battle, and he figured that Neo was the trap, and he figured out how to destroy the Matrix without getting hacked by Neo, what would happen? He would destroy the Matrix, which would in turn, yes, it would kill all those people inside the pods that were still connected to the Matrix, and but it would destroy the machine gods. And then you'd say, oh, but he would destroy all of humanity. But what about the people in Zion? How would he affect the people in Zion? You might say, oh, he could hack into the people who came out of the pods, because they're still, I think the people from the pods, they're still connected through Wi-Fi or something. So maybe he could have killed them, right? I don't think so though, because even if he did, there are still a huge amount of people in Zion who were naturally born humans. They didn't have the holes in their shoulders and their back, right? So even if a huge swath of connected humans connected into the Matrix died off one way or the other, you would have the humans in Zion. They would start all over, the Adam and Eve, and there's plenty of people in Zion. So they would truly be free from the machine gods by Agent Smith. I'm seeing this as I'm older. That's how I see it. But you guys tell me if I'm wrong. But think about it. Neo, you know what Neo was like? Have you ever played Mass Effect? Well, Mass Effect has some very interesting concepts. Clearly, it took stuff from this movie and plenty of other science fiction, Star Trek. But I grew up with Mass Effect 2, so 1, 2, and 3. So I can say this. Mass Effect 3, right? You fight these things called the Reapers, and every 50,000 years, the Reapers come to civilizations that reach their high technological point, and then they harvest the biological forms, and they kind of bring them into the Reapers, and it's like what the Borg does to the people in Star Trek. The Borg travels the universe, and they make people absorbed into their collective to become like them. But what do you do with Mass Effect number 3, right? You have 3 choices in Mass Effect number 3. If I remember correctly, the one choice I remember the most is the neutral choice, where it's like you go in the middle, and you choose to synthesize with the AI stuff, the Reaper technology. But really, if you think about it, all that means is you become the husk in the Mass Effect. That was from the Indoctrination Theory video that was very good 10 years ago by Achaos. I love that video. And then the other one is to destroy the Reapers. And I forgot what the third choice was. But clearly they make the most attractive choice to be the synthesized, to mold yourself with one, right? But that's not really the free choice. Really, that's the illusion, and really that's just becoming into the Reapers. Maybe that's the Reapers' way of getting the rebellious people to accept their fate. So Neo operates the same way. He is the synthesis. He is what continues the cycle, and he brings man and machine back together to keep going in that perpetual cycle of evil. Agent Smith was our only hope. So, if you guys think I'm totally wrong, and I could go on about this for hours, but I'm trying to keep my videos as simple as I can because I don't have all the time in the world. So you tell me how wrong I am, or you tell me, hey, you know what, man? You know what, G? You might have a point about Agent Smith. Maybe Agent Smith was the one all along. Thank you.